So this story is absolutely hilarious, and it's actually a trend of just stuff that I find to be really annoying and I really hate with every fiber in my being. And so basically, what's been happening is nonstop coverage of, oh, Biden's gonna have the first, blank this, in their, in the presidential administration, first this, first that, first Indian American, first Italian. I saw Joe Biden's gonna be the first, like Italian American in the White House or something like that. I don't know, something like that. There was even one. This is probably the craziest one. It was that Joe Biden's dog is going to be the first shelter dog in the White House. Like, holy crap! I started to realize, like, holy crap, this must be why there's like so many reactionary right wingers who are just like annoyed by the diversity stuff, because it just starts to get like, it starts to get really numb and really annoying. You lose policy focus, and the worst part is usually you use this as a camouflage, and that's kind of what we're going to get in here. This story says, Biden likely to break barriers, pick woman to lead Pentagon. Michele Flournoy, a politically moderate Pentagon veteran, is regarded by U.S. officials and political insiders as a top choice for the position. President-elect Joe Biden is expected to take a historic step and select a woman to head the Pentagon for the first time, shattering one of the few remaining barriers to women in the department and the presidential cabinet. Michele Flournoy, a politically moderate Pentagon veteran, is regarded by U.S. officials and political insiders as a top choice for the position. Her selection would come on the heels of a tumultuous Pentagon period that has seen 5 men hold the top job under President Donald Trump. So the thing is this, okay, we gotta talk about this. Remember, there was the CIA head, I think it was. I forgot. I'm blanking on her name now. It was in the news for a brief period of time. She was gonna be like the first CIA head woman or something like that in the Trump administration. She was like pro-torture and all of this stuff, But when it comes to being happy about this kind of stuff, I find it to be really vapid. There's a lot of memes about this. There was one that was really popular, and it was about, in a scenario where there are Muslim internment camps, and, liberals respond saying, more women guards, or like Wall Street, we want more women, Goldman Sachs CEOs and stuff like that. It's hilarious because it doesn't get to the core of the issue. It's so vapid and it doesn't solve anything. And what's worse is a lot of these, picks will end up being, camouflages. So the CIA person that I was thinking of, who I can't remember her name right now, was an example of that. She was incredibly, incredibly right wing, but she's the first woman, so you really gotta support her, and it's breaking barriers and all this stuff. When you look at, and I'm not somebody who totally disqualifies diversity. Diversity is definitely important, okay. But the thing is, the thing that should be prioritized is policies, okay. Now, if you look at Justice Democrats, I don't think that there is a single white dude who is a Justice Democrat. I'm trying to think, obviously you have Bernie in the House, not in the House, in the Senate. But when you look at like the squad, it's all women, and all of them are women of color. Until now, you have Marie Newman, and even Marie Newman, I don't know where she's from or what, heritage she has. But she could have something like Italian or something like that. I don't know. You have Jamal Bowman, Mondaire Jones coming in. These are people who are, they're black males or black females. You're hard pressed to even find a white man in the Justice Democrats. And so, while it is important to have diversity, the priority should be policy. And unfortunately, a lot of times, like you see with like a Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton was extremely, extremely conservative. But she's a woman, so you have to support her. It's feminism, right? No, it's not. What matters is the policy positions, and diversity matters, but the first thing that should be prioritized is actually policy positions. So, as you can see, progressives have an incredibly diverse, probably the most diverse sort of block, because you really have so much diversity involved of, Middle Eastern heritage, black heritage, Hispanic, Latino, and all of this kind of stuff, female dominant, as well as, just Democrats are female dominant currently. So it was entirely made up of females previously. If you discount Ro Khanna, of course. But you get the point that I'm trying to make here. This is all vapid nonsense. I don't have any stock in it. If you are, somebody who is not going to be supportive of progressive causes, I'm not a fan of yours. I'm just not. Simply, I'm not. And this is another one of those cases. Having a woman sending the bombs in is not really like, oh, so it's not progressive. There's also another popular meme of, has a picture basically of, two Middle Eastern people getting bombed, and one of them says, oh, it's supposed to be the case that a woman is sending the bombs these times, and the other person says, wow, really progressive, feels really progressive. It's just not. Having a female shelling bombs out in Middle Eastern countries is not progressive at all. People like Margaret Thatcher and these kinds of folks are not people to be fans of whatsoever. Amy Coney Barrett. Amy Coney Barrett is a great example of this situation too, by the way. She's a female to be on the Supreme Court. It's such vapid nonsense, dude. It's straight garbage.